This episode of WDW Today is being sponsored by All Star Vacation Homes, and All Star Vacation Homes is running a very special in May. If you're going, it's a buy one get one free special. That's right. If you go at a select All Star Vacation Home resort in the Lighthouse Key Resort and Spa, you book a stay in May, you'll get the same number of nights in September 2010 for free. That's right. Isn't that a great deal? Check them out. They got a lot of other great deals going on, like stay 4 nights, get a fifth free. Lots of other things going on right now. Check them out at www.allstarvacationhomes.com.
This is Walt Disney World Today. Give us 5 minutes and we'll give you the world.
It's Friday, May 7th, 2010, and this is episode 717 of WDW Today. I'm Matt Hochberg of StudioCentral.com. Joining me on today's show is Mike Scopa, a senior feature writer and blogger for allears.net. Welcome, Mike.
Mr. Morrow, could you spare a few minutes to explain mission control to our passengers?
Mission to Mars.
It's called Flight to the Moon.
Oh,
Mission to Mars?
No, that was before that, I think, right, Newell?
Yeah, same building.
Yeah.
Flight to the Moon.
I was just off by the fourth dimension. That's okay. Also joining us on today's show is Mike Newell of Mouse World Radio. And Mike, thank God you're editing these shows again.
Why were the other ones that bad?
No, but everyone complains about every little nuance. I'm definitely not as good as you. You know thyself, and definitely know that. So.
Oh, you got that email from Janine too?
Yes, I did.
The weekly one.
Yes, exactly.
Yummy, yummy, yummy.
Worst show ever. Anyway, on today's show, we are actually going to be visiting a topic called decadent Disney dining. And we actually visited this topic way back in May of 2006, almost to the date. May 12th we did this show.
Wow.
2006. So, but, lots of things change. And certainly since 2006, that's 4 years ago for those keeping track, our tastes have changed. We've discovered some new things. So we're talking about what different elements in Walt Disney World, different food, different dishes, different snacks, different drinks that we've discovered over the years that really stick out to us as really, really good. Although it's probably not the best thing for your waistline necessarily, but that's okay because, you're at Disney World, and at Disney World, calories don't count, right? Right?
Right.
Right? Right. Okay. So anyway, let's get things started. And Newell, I'm gonna put you on the spot, but I'm going to prompt you if I can. Because there's one thing I know that you've discovered both on the Disney Cruise Line, and you've brought it over to Walt Disney World with mixed results depending on who's mixing it for you.
Okay.
But I've got 3 letters for you. BBC.
Ah, the British Broadcasting Corporation.
Yes, nothing says decadent dining like line.
Like the BBC. Hello, Governor.
Cheerio. Oh, so it's Cheerios we're talking about.
Yes, a big bowl of Cheerios.
Would you like to let our listeners know about this little secret?
The BBC was introduced to me on the Disney Cruise Line, and I've never looked back. Basically, it's I changed it, but from what the original
yes, that's right.
The original mixture was, I think it was banana, some sort of banana mix. Basically, what it was a banana, not a daiquiri, but maybe kind of a banana daiquiri, frozen banana daiquiri.
Mm-hmm.
And I added my little touch, which was a touch, a splash, or depending on what kind of mood I'm in,
dredging,
a big helping of Bailey's. So that's where the other B comes in: Bailey's, banana, and colada. And if it's done right, and 9 out of 10 times it's pretty done well right, and it's just fantastic.
Yes, and I will tell you that Annette Owens gives it her seal of approval. So,
in fact, she's added her own. She added the chocolate syrup in the mix. So it's really
Big surprise.
It's really a BBCC, but it's really, really, really good.
But you can definitely ask for it. The things are always, the good news is the ingredients of it are in the name of it, so it's easy to remember if you just think about it.
Right.
Very good. Scopa?
Well, there's one particular treat that's pretty decadent, and I try not to have it unless I am either the day before or a day after a big race down there. But it's something that Mr. Newell has seen me consume. It's at Beaches and Cream, and it's the No Way Jose.
Another
Yes, the
personal favorite.
The Noe Jose is kind of like it's a step down from the kitchen sink, right, Scopa?
Yeah, it's well, if you've seen the kitchen sink lately, it's more like a couple of flights down.
Okay, fair enough.
But the kitchen sink is like cutting a basketball in half and filling it with
I think
everything.
I think I could eat a kitchen sink if I was prepared for it. I can't just do it any other time. But if I knew I was going to eat it, I bet you I could eat it by myself.
Well, I think I could eat it, and
I'd like to see that.
it's going to be. I'm in the process of trying to lose weight, not gaining weight. But the No Way Jose, I think, is probably as decadent as other than the Butterfinger muffin, which is just gross. I think that the No Way Jose with ice cream and peanut butter and chocolate and nuts and cherry and whipped cream and I don't know, Raisinets, whatever. It's really it's really the most decadent that I can think of. It's probably in the realm of, is everybody sitting down, something like 1,500 calories probably.
Yeah, according to All Ears Net, it's a peanut butter and hot fudge delight with chocolate and vanilla ice cream, peanut butter and chocolate morsels, whipped cream, and of course a cherry. So
Yeah.
definitely good. It's hard to go wrong in Beaches and Cream at all. I mean, they've got people talk about the burgers and everything. I think they're fine. I don't have any problem with them. I think they're good. But really, if I'm going to Beaches and Cream, you got to go there for the ice cream. The different options you have there. Be it you're going to go crazy and get something like a No Way Jose or a kitchen sink, or if you're just going for a banana split or a sundae or something like that. But speaking of frozen concoctions, one thing I really like over at the studio, surprise, surprise, at 50's Primetime Cafe is the different milkshakes they offer. And what I really like about it is, first of all, they taste really good. But they're huge, the amount they give you. I mean, they give you they kind of serve it to you in this. You get a glass and you get a metal container, which it's mixed in initially. And there's so much of the mixture that you could fill your glass up like twice. And what's great about it is that if you want, you fill it up and then you have a little left over, no problem, you take it to go. And I think it's one of those treats that I really like, and it's one of those things that I like to have when I'm at the 50's Primetime Cafe, because it's just one of those, it's a nostalgic thing for me. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of these things come back to being, when you're having these things, be it a No Way Jose, Mike, I'm sure every time you have a No Way Jose, it brings back memories of a previous trip or a previous time you had one, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's what's great about Disney World is that we have these foods that we can kind of associate with, and they do bring back some of these kinds of memories.
And Matt, keeping at the 50's Primetime, I recently discovered that 50's Primetime perhaps makes the world's greatest onion rings.
Better than the onion rings at not Trails End, at Saratoga Springs at Turf Club.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Because those onion rings are awesome.
Yes.
Those are my favorite.
Try the ones at the 50's Primetime. They are fantastic.
Really?
Yes. No, and that's not ditching the Turf Club, because the Turf Club is another place that you've turned me on to in the last 2 years or so, which is
Turf Club.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
Turf Club is a great hidden gem, I think, because first of all, it's so easy to get reservations for, and second of all, they've got some great appetizers over there. The entrees are good, but the appetizers really stand out to me. The onion rings are something that Newell and I have shared, and it's very, very good. What I like about it is that the onion rings are fresh. They're huge. They're not like little dinky onion rings like you get at Arby's or something like that. Right. We're talking fist size
they are
onion
big
rings, and they give you this accompaniment of dips. It's not just they're not just here's your ketchup, here's your mustard. No. There's a couple different varieties, and I'm not sure what they are exactly, but they're just good. That's what they are.
Yeah.
And I really like that, and that really stands out as something that I always, when I go there, it doesn't matter what, I gotta get the onion rings because they're that good. Scopa, what's something else that you got on your list?
Something that's I don't know if you'd call it decadent, but it's just something that I can't find anywhere else on a Disney property as good as and you mentioned the restaurant, Matt, the fried chicken at Trails End. Just thinking of it, it's like, gee, where else can you get fried chicken? I mean, I'm sure you can get fried chicken in other restaurants, but it's just not the same. And it could be a combination of the environment, the cuisine, the tables. I don't know, but it just when someone says, "Hey, let's get some fried chicken down there," I'm saying, "Okay," but I just want to go to Trails End. There's no place else.
Yeah. Speaking of Trails End, right next to the the fried chicken. In fact, Mike, the chili at Trail's End is one of my favorite things to have, and I'm trying to concoct a way to sneak out the chili, some sort of like a Camelback solution, but you got to be able to sneak it out there, and I haven't quite gotten that part out, but that's how good it is. It's one of my favorite kinds of food to eat, and but I really enjoy it over there. So it's not surprising to me that you mentioned the fried chicken at Trail's End. One thing, Mike, if I might prompt Newell, if I might prompt you one more time, we were talking about Turk Club before. Do you remember the blackberry lemonade they have over there?
Oh, wow, yeah, that is. Oh man, that was so good. I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's it's something it's really, I don't know if they make it there or if they bring it in, because some things they bring in from Saratoga Springs, New York, but this is a blackberry lemonade that I've only seen at Turf Club. Yeah,
I've never seen it anywhere else. But yeah, it is wonderful, and that was something that was recommended to me by one of the servers as an option. He's different from a glass of water or a glass of soda, and what a refreshing drink that was.
Absolutely, I really like that.
Very nice surprise, yeah.
What are some things you guys have discovered in the parks over the years? Something that maybe an in-park decadent thing, be it at a restaurant, be it a snack, that you've discovered in the past couple of years that have really stood out to you, and now it's something that you almost go to maybe even every trip. I mean, one thing that we obviously talked about Dole Whip a gazillion times on this show, but I'm a really big fan of the at Aloha Isle now they have the citrus swirl, it's the vanilla and orange ice cream, which kind of makes that creamsicle taste, and that for me really stands out. Some people don't like it, but I love it. I love that so much more than Dole Whip, and that's really come up. Pineapple Dole Whip, I should say, and that's really been something that I really like to get whenever I'm going over there now.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the root beer float there. The soft serve is just really good over there.
I think that one of the things I remember constantly being told about and never getting a chance to try until about, it was 4 or 5 years ago, was it's the ice cream sandwich that you can get at least the Magic Kingdom. I'm not sure where else, but I used to get it at the what's the name of that?
Sleepy Hollow.
Sleepy Hollow, yeah. It's just an amazing ice cream sandwich. You can't get it anywhere else but Disney World. It's thick, it's filling, and you don't eat it in July. It just melts too fast. But that's something that sticks out in my mind. I'm always thinking ice cream. I'm thinking Dole Whip. I'm thinking No Way Jose. I'm thinking that. So that's something that immediately comes to mind. And then the next thing I would think of would be maybe kakigori on a very warm day too.
Yeah. Is there something? I don't know if this is just me, but does Disney do something to their popcorn that makes it taste so much better, like in the parks than anywhere else? You know what I mean? Like if you get the fresh popcorn that they make in one of the hoppers over there, and you sell it. I mean, on Main Street they have it. At the studios they have it. Obviously, they have it in all the parks, in fact. But is there something? Is it just me, or is the popcorn really, really good at Walt Disney World in the parks more so than almost anywhere else?
It's really, really good.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I mean, it's just something about it. It's so like if I'm going there to see fireworks, or if I'm going there to see a parade, or if I'm going there really to just enjoy being in the parks, there's nothing like having a bucket of popcorn to have with you. It's such a great snack, and it just tastes so much better in the parks. Tastes even better when Len pays for it, but it's
$3. Come on, buy your own.
But everything tastes better when Len pays. So.
Speaking of Len, I think that if Len was here, I think one of the things that he might say would be the taco salad at Pecos Bill's, and I think it's because of the Fixins bar that he likes. I think that would be something, and I was just thinking if Len was here, he'd probably lean a little bit towards that.
Yeah, I mean, the Fixins bar at Trail's End alone is something that's so... I love it. I mean, I get the taco salad every single time, and all the taco salad is, it's not even a salad. It's just a tortilla shell with meat inside, nothing else. That's how it's served to you. And it's up to you to really make the salad aspect of it. And when I go in there, I mean, there's so much other veggies in there that definitely, there's more veggies in the end than meat in there. But I love it. I love that salad. And certainly, I remember at Reunion 2009... we had a meat over there, and that was a great option over there. And I just love to be able to load up with, they give you so many different options. That's what makes it so much special, because there are other restaurants at Walt Disney World that have a Fixins bar, but I think the one at Trail's End, the one at Pecos Bill's really is by and large the best option out there because of the variety. Yeah, and speaking of decadent dining, also I haven't tried it yet, but I'm really looking forward to trying the Angus burger they have at Pecos Bills. That's supposed to be very good. I've heard good reviews.
Oh my
but
god,
it's large.
Yeah, it looks. I don't even. The word of seen doesn't do it justice. It's huge. It just looks. I don't know. Me and Annette were looking at it when somebody ordered it, and we're like, "Oh my god, who would eat that?"
Is it that big?
It's
really?
very, very big. Yeah.
It's 1/3 of a pound, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a big boy.
But they top stuff on it, so like it's you know, you have the burger, but then there's like lettuce and all kinds of other stuff on it.
Bacon and onion rings and barbecue sauce. Served
yeah.
with French fries and apple slices, and it's $9. Wow.
Is it $9? Wow.
Yeah. But you know what I like about I like in principle, Newell, more than anything, I like that there's something different because I think a lot of people complain that the burgers at Walt Disney World all kind of taste the same everywhere now.
Right, and
That
that's
it's all
not
the same
true.
burgers.
Right, and for a while that was true, but not now. Especially over at Pecos Bill, it's different experience.
Yeah, and so it's good to have that other option. I like that Disney is trying these other things and they're bringing that in because that Angus burger's only been here for a very short amount of time. It hasn't. I don't think it's been a year yet that it's been there. So that's really nice to see and certainly something to try out.
You know what else is something that's been staying in the Magic Kingdom in the last year or so, or since the last show? I found something over in Fantasyland at Scuttle's Landing. Mm-hmm. They have a sweet cream cheese pretzel there.
Sweet cream cheese pretzel.
It's a pretzel stuffed with sweet cream cheese.
Sweet cream cheese.
That sounds disgusting to me, but is it really good?
I got it by accident. I didn't want it, but they gave it to me, and I was like, and it was warm, so I was like, you know, it was really hot, and it was no. It's very
It's good though.
Oh my god, it's good. Now I go out of my way to go get one.
Interesting.
Yeah, but try it out.
Although it's probably not there anymore now. They're knocking down the whole thing. But
well, yeah. Oh, research trip.
Research trip. There you go. One thing I never got to try, and I lament it. I don't know if it's still there anymore. Over across from Scuttle's Landing, Mike, at I think it's at Mrs. Potts. Or maybe no, it's not in Mrs. Potts. It's the
Village House.
Next. No. The Friar Tavern, Friar Tuck, Friar something.
Oh yeah, it used to be called.
It's right next to it. It's between like Snow White and
Friar's Nook.
Friar's Nook. Thank you. Yeah. And they had over there, they had a menu outside, and they had a chicken parm sandwich. I always wanted to try it. I never got around to it. I thought that sounded so good.
Yeah.
I didn't even know they had that there.
With fries, $8.29.
I see. I gotta go over there. That's it. I'll be right back.
Speaking of Fantasyland, with the upcoming renovations, do you think they're going to open up the noodle station more?
Go what?
The noodle station is sort of
right,
No.
but I mean to offset, you know, the change of pattern of, you know, because you're going to lose a few places. And I always liked the noodle station. That was one of my, I wouldn't say it was one of my favorite places, but it was a place that, you know, if you were there, you would stop. I'd go back.
It would make sense that they would do that. I agree with you on that. I mean, obviously, if you're going to take away, because there is a lot of counter service dining in Fantasyland, and if theoretically they're all going to be closed for a little while they're redoing all of Fantasyland, it would make sense that they would have to add in more capacity, which may be good for fans of that as well as fans of El Pirita y El Perico, the pirate and the parrot.
I was just thinking that too. Yeah.
What about Epcot? We kind of glazed over Epcot a little bit here, and I'm sure there's lots of different options. I know there's lots of different options.
Well, the new Mexico option, when that opens, that's going to be something new and different.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be very good. I'm looking forward to seeing that as an option as well. You know, there's lots of fans. I know that one of our listeners, Ed, is a huge fan of the School Bread in Norway, and that's
he turned me on to that during reunion.
Yes,
he actually bought it for me to check it out. It was really good. I enjoyed it.
Did you like it?
To be honest with you, it wouldn't be anything I would have gotten on my own. The only reason I had it is because he bought it for me. He said, "Yeah, you have to try it. This is the best." Blah blah. And he was right. It was really good, and I'll probably go back again.
Good. What about you, Scuffle? What's one thing in World Showcase that you always get?
Well, I always used to go to the Fountain View Cafe to get something there, but that's changed over the years. I think that, in Epcot, what do I like to get? Well, I can remember years ago, during my salad days, I used to love the bear claws in Canada.
Yeah, those are unfortunately long gone at this point.
Gone. Yeah. So I think that thinking back to the Sip and Snack episodes, there's usually something in Chefs de France, the Boulanger Pâtisserie. Usually there's something in there that I like. And let me see, what do I normally get? I like the I love the cookies there. I'm a sucker for cookies, so probably something like that. Something like I like a good cookie, you know?
Absolutely.
They have something called elephant ears that I think I get once in a while, which is pretty good.
Cool. Well, that's going to do it for us today. Don't forget that this episode of WDW Today has been sponsored by All Star Vacation Homes. And, let's face it, you're going to Walt Disney World and you're going you don't have to be going with a big group. I mean, just like a family of 4 even. I mean, spending a couple days, a week more in even in most of those Disney World rooms, it's kind of cramped in there. Why not get an All Star Vacation Home that's going to afford you a lot of space, a lot of great amenities, and you're going to be so close to Walt Disney World. But you know what? The best part about all that is you get all that great stuff, and it's going to be for a fraction of the price of if you try to get that kind of space at Walt Disney World. Check them out. Look at their pictures. I bet you're going to like what you're going to see. I know that I stayed there quite often, and I like it very much. Check them out online at www.allstarvacationhomes.com. Want to find our older episodes, read our show notes, or send us your comments, visit the WDW Today website, wdwtoday.com. For Len Testa, Mike Scopa, and Mike Newell, I'm Matt Hochberg. We'll see you on the next show.
Stupid Judy, stupid energy.
This has been a production of Mouse World Radio.